Hi. Okay, this is a very special episode in one of my live events. Actually, it's not lah, but because I had come across this article by Doug Schoon. If you're not too sure who is he is actually a very famous scientist who had researches more than 25 years on skin and nail infection, and I'm one of his member. And in the membership site, he actually share in his 50 episode about what really is going on with the nail industry. And this is only part one, and that there's a lot of information he has provided, the biggest issues and problems that the nail industry is facing. That is one of the causes that that's why nail industry might not be able to improve over the years. And these are a very old issues, and currently it's still the main issue. Okay, so here is he is Doc Shun. You can check out his Facebook page. Um, and because this is a member site, so I can't be sharing you the videos or the information because it's not fair, right, to the other members. So what I can do is I will summarize the important pointers here and I will share with you. And the reason why I'm doing this impromptu kind of video, because this really resonate with me, and this is so much me that I wanted to bring across to you and to Asia pertaining to nail care, the very nail care basic foundation, nail structures, and not just the nail art that a manicurist should be focusing on, but rather the main basic point of being a manicurist in actual fact is nail care and nail basic foundation. Okay, so let me just I have a lot of notes here. All right, so back to me again. What he is really sharing is he had over the years he had consolidated a lot of surveys from all around the world, and what he has consolidated is about 10 to 15% of the women will go to a nail salon, and the remaining one, although they have the money, but they will not choose to go to nail salon. And that's what triggered him to find out and to understand why exactly so. So he went deeper and realized that it's because they are afraid of going to nail salon, and they're afraid and not sure what are the services that the nail technician can provide and how skillful the nail technician is. So with this information, he then deep dive into finding what exactly is causing this particular problem. So he went about to find out exactly what is the main issue and what are they so afraid on. And when we talk about nail salon, it's not just retail. Nail salon is everything from retail to home base to mobile. Okay, so it's in general a place where you provide manicure service. So why are they so afraid to go? Reason being of part of the part of the portion is because of the media. There was once, I think it's last year, a lot of articles that come out saying that, oh, the gel lamp is very harmful to your skin, it will cause cancerous or whatever. And that is where the scientists went back and do a very thorough, in actual fact they have already done a very thorough investigation, and that's why they allowed the UV lamp to you know product the product to go into the market. So, so this Dakshun actually went on further researching and come up with a very detailed information as to prove to the media and to the whole world that there is no such thing as causes cancerous virus into our skin by just using the curing system, and having cancerous doesn't just because of a few minutes curing of through the UV lamp or LED. And it takes a lot more just to create this cancerous virus. And the main part of it, beside the media, it's it's about the services that's provided by a technician. They, as a customers, they are not too sure whether you know, are technically skilled. You understand the in and out of the nails, and the knowledge of how you can control infection, how you use the products in a safe way and in the right way so that the customers' nails are well taken care of. So that is the root of the problem. They don't trust, or they can't tell, you know, from you or from the salon as to whether is it trustworthy to go in. So that's the root cause of it. And the recent case, media are also coming up with a lot of focus on skin and nail infection. Reason being, in 2002, there was a very huge news at California with one of the nail salon. And this particular nail salon has infected over 100 clients with leg infection. And the infection actually caused some scarring permanently on their legs. And it was a huge news at that time. And when they, you know, went to court and all these confessions, and then they realized that this nail salon over the past 2 years, they have never really do a good cleaning job in the pedicure basin, and they have never ever done a disinfection in the basin. So here you are. All these things is causing the the dangers in your customers' health, as well as, you know, their health, their skins. And and right now, every customers are aware on the dangers of, you know, visiting nail salon, visiting home base. And the impact could have a lot more towards the home base, because after all, we are so private that nobody is able to, you know, come over and see our stuff, how we clean our stuff. And so it's so privatized that it this might hit big on us if we ever had one big case in Singapore. So that's why I am very into to all this, because once he had a big news on this on home base, it's gonna hit every one of us, and it's gonna affect every one of us. So I that is the reason why I want to bring this video to you. Okay, so now the main issue is really improper cleaning, disinfection. You don't have proper disinfection and sterilization, and these are the main one of the main issues. And they realize that manicurists in actual fact doesn't really know what is the difference between sanitization and disinfection. So they often think that sanitization is actually a disinfection, but it's not. Sanitization is only to clean the surface, but it will not disinfect your tools and your tables and also. So there will still be some virus lying out around your table and your tools. And some salon even come up with their own sanitizing solution, just because they want to save time, and they have even over diluted the disinfection solution because they want to save costs. So all these, all in all, increase the risk of infections that the customer is going to have if they're going to visit them their salon. Okay, and then he bring up one point which I feel very guilty, because I'm the one who doing I do this as well. So he's saying that most of the manicurists actually use alcohol to, you know, just spray on the table and on your tools. And in actual fact, is no use. It doesn't clean or disinfect the area anything. So it's really a waste of time, and we are being taught by this, and we thought that, you know, by doing this we are projecting to the customers that, well, you see, I take good care of your nails. and I'm being professional here. But in actual fact, it's not. And he mentioned that it's a waste of money using the alcohol to spray everywhere just to think that it's gonna disinfect or clean the area. And I am very sure every one of you who watch this will feel guilty as well, because every one of us are taught in this way, right? Okay, and right, where am I? Yeah, and then he was saying more on the retail nail salon, and some of the home-based nail salon might have. They call it as UV sterilization. It's meant to sterilize your tools, but in actual fact, he has tested, and it's not a very good sterilization tool, and it's a waste of money as well. And because they often misuse it or use inappropriately, and so some of the salon actually switched to autoclave, and this autoclave, it seems to be able to do a good job because hospitals are using it. However, the salon itself are not maintaining it properly. So for hospital use, right, they have a weekly check to make sure that the autoclave systems are working fine, and they do sterilize the tools and whatever things that you need to sterilize. But in salon, they did not do this kind of weekly maintenance. So that's where the problem is. Even if there are most expensive, most fabulous, most awesome tools for you to use to sterilize whatever, some salon might not have the knowledge to go and maintain it, and at the end it's still back to zero. It still are not, you know, sterilization and disinfection properly. So this is for nail salon. So if you are retail, just take note. Okay, and because of all this, improper cleaning, not able to disinfect properly, and sterilization, all in all, we created a lot of customers with very bad infection, skin, nail infection, and that goes to a doctor awareness. And the doctor often will advise the customers not to visit nail salon anymore. So do you see how it's going to affect us in near future if we are not going to take note of all this stuff, right? So I still feel that Singapore, we are quite okay for now. But I do foresee that as more and more home base coming up, as more and more unprofessional nail salon everywhere, we probably might hit this one day. And once this hit on us, it's gonna be a lot worse than California. We're gonna hit us real bad. Okay? Alright, so the second issue that he bring up is about nail technician training, which is the manicurist training. He thought he has this interesting thing that he mentioned, that a lot of us who are so attracted to be in the nail industry is only because of one thing, and that is nail art. And the reason why we are being attracted to this industry is because we want, he said this expression is to be artistically expressing ourselves through nail art, which is very true. I had this I had I had this symptom as well, to artistically expressing myself through nail art, and that is where I first go into manicurists. So during the previous webinars or live event, I've shared that Hello Kitty is the main thing that drawn me into manicurists, right? So this is it. And it's so true, it's so true that every one of us here, including my survey, when I gathered a survey, everyone is talking about passion. But the real thing about passion is everything is about nail art. So when I ask, like, if you have this extra income, what would you do? Majority of them would say they want to learn more nail art. And this is not a way, this is not a long-term path for you. So imagine if you don't even know your nail structure, your basic natural nail, how all the nail parts, what is the nail parts called, and how this nail structure come out to perform to be a healthy nail plate. And some don't even know what is nail plate or what is nail bed or what is cuticle, what is eponychium. And all these things, and he mentioned that all these things are in actual fact the basic knowledge of a successful good nail technician. Because if you know the function and you know the reason why it's there and you know your products well enough and you know how well your product is, not how well, but you know how you can make use of a products to do a good job and as well as to take care of the nail, eventually your customers will have a good nail structure, will have a good healthy nail, and your nail art will stay even longer. So if you can see, it's actually a whole, it's a cycle thing, you know. And what we are doing now, most of us are doing now, is we jump right into the last portion, which is nail art. And the rest of it are the basic nail care, which none of us are very specialized in. And that's the reason why you keep complaining about, you keep stressing on why your nail art is not staying, why your nail art can't do this, and why you can't do this, and why is it fair and all this thing. And there's only one reason. It's because you start with I mean, including myself, we started at the wrong point. We started at the wrong intention. So, and he bring up one a very cute example that I want to share it to you. So he cited an example saying that the world now, the nail industry has a lot of nail artists, which is including myself, but there's not enough nail technician, and this is something that I totally agree, and I feel that you will agree too. So he was saying that many newbies never realize that you never realize what is the real education of being a nail technician or a manicurist. And they always think that as long as I can bling up a nail, I am a good manicurist. So he cited this example. He's saying that anybody who can decorate the cake with icing, with chocolates, with strawberry, whatever, can do a very good decoration of the cake. But doesn't mean that the person can bake a good cake. So this is so true, right? It's like we know how to make our nails beautiful, but underneath of it, we don't even know how to take care of the customer nails. And then we keep complaining that why our nail arts can't stay, our gel polish it's not lasting, and why is it that customers complaining pain, and why is it that when I remove the gel, the gel polish, and why is it the nails are so damaged. So now you know the reason why, okay? And it's so true, seriously. I had this mistake for 2 years, and only recently, probably last year, I started to understand all this, and I started to go deep into nail care, really nail structure. So I'm reading a nail structure book by him as well, all the way from US. It cost me 100 over bucks, and it's so thin. I can show you later. And it's very into nail structure. Every single part is being named and tell you what it's all about. And that is the reason why I come up with my cuticle care, to let you know what is it that you have to know before you can do your application. And then he bring up something about being a professional nail technician. We have to understand the nail fundamental, the basic natural nail structure. And many of the successful nail technicians around the world has never stopped learning just because they are so good into art. They themselves are also venturing into deep knowledge on the nail care, the products that they use, what is the benefit of this product, and what is the feature of these products, and how can I make use of this product to help me in my nail art, rather than what is it I can learn to do my nail art, and I don't need to care about the products. So we are actually right at the opposite, which is so wrong. It's definitely so wrong. And he he rah a bit about nail education. He mentioned that we are being confused that nail education is equal to learning how to do nail application. In actual fact, it's not. Nail application is only like little small portion of it, whereas nail education has a lot. Like what I said, nail education is consistent from knowing your natural nail, knowing the structure, knowing the features, the function of the existing of all those nail structure, how it works, what it do, and then go all the way to products. What is this products for? What is how does the scientific side of the product works? And then you talk about the application, because when you know all this, you will know how you can use this product to do certain application. And then we'll talk about beautifying your nails further by doing the nail art. So this is actually the full structure of a nail education, and nail education does not just talk about application, your nail art. It has a lot more than just nail art. And what we have been taught is just one thing: being a nail art is equals to being a manicurist, which is a very wrong thing. I I I do admit that I also recently 反省, know that this is not the way to go, and I turn it very fast to really, you know, go all the way to learn more about the structures, the cuticle cares, and very deep knowledge on this. So I'm glad that he come up with this episode to talk about this. Okay, and he also mentioned that most of us will think that nail damage is normal and is common because of due to gel polish, fouling and everything. It is actually not. If you see a nail damage, is basically because manicurists are not doing a good job in helping the customers' nails. And sometimes when customers ask us, why my nails like that? Why my nails this like that, like that? The customers a lot of question, right? Usually we will tell them, yeah, I think your nails are very dry. I think you'll feel guilty, right? Because when I first started, I used to say that too. And I always think that cuticle oil is the 神奇水. Everything also, yeah, you just put cuticle oil, or you buy a cream, put cuticle oil. But I don't even know what it actually is, and I just say put cuticle oil. Cuticle oil can help on the surface, but it will not help the real cause of the nail damage. So it's very true, right? Guilty or not? I feel guilty actually. And also the another problems that causes damage is by overfouling. Overfouling is also causing damage. Those who play acrylic, you will know. My nails are also quite damaged in a way. Okay, so yeah, and so this is about it. So just to summarize, the pointers that he had come up with is what that makes nail industry from growing, preventing nail industry from growing and improving. What I want to tell you is this also prevent you yourself as a manicurist to raise your own business if we are still blindly into learning so much into application, but we don't know what the product is doing. We don't understand how the nail structure work, the nail, everything about nail works, and we think that by learning nail art can be everything. Then this is definitely very wrong, and I really urge you to start doing something about your nail care foundation. And that is the reason why I you know I am I that's why I package my home base package together with nail care, because this is what I strongly believe. Nail care is the very basic foundation that you as a manicurist must have. It's not too late to learn. I mean, I don't learn it at the first time. I have the same I went through the same thing as you, thinking that okay, when I go for education, it's only about nail art application. The rest it's not for me to know. It's for the doctors or for whoever it's under medical. But it's wrong. We are also considered a medical family, because once we deal with tools, all these tools and application. We are also considered part of the medical industry. So it's important that you know your nail structure very well, your nail care foundation, your nail knowledge, and the proper way of disinfection, sterilization, sanitization, proper cleaning, and all of this I will touch base in my nail care foundation, including I have actually done up already long time ago. I have this infection list. I think it's 3 pages where I have gathered all the informations about if you see this kind of nails, it could be this. If you see this kind of nails, it could be that. And that it actually saves you a lot when you look at the list and you can better advise the customers. And as well, we manicurists, we have to have our own stand. If we think that this is a very infection nails, we're not supposed to touch it. We are not supposed to even do anything to it, and we are not the doctor. So we will always reject the customers and ask the customers, please go and find a certified doctor to look into your nails, and please do not touch it because you don't know what is behind the infection. And our tools is so very precious because if we don't know how to disinfect properly, we're going to have the ripple effect again, just like the California Salon, 100 over clients with leg infections and scarring permanently. And I'm not too sure. I mean, I pity the customers. Okay, so this is about it. And oh, it's like 26 minutes. But this is a very serious problem. And I hope you guys, take this opportunity to do something about it, to learn more. And if you're interested, um, you can jolly well let me know about whether you're keen to take up the nail care foundations. I may have a separate package for you, but if not, you can search through the website. Make sure when you do a website search from a very a trustworthy website, like uh, there's a real researcher scientist to tell you more about all these infections and stuff. Okay, so I am heading to airport soon, and I will see you next week. So happy holiday, everyone. Bye bye.